Hi everyone, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. In today's video I will teach you how to make this cute little froggy or leggy frog. I think that's the name, leggy frog. So keep on watching. So what you would need is your yarn. Can be any type of yarn. I have this plushy yarn from Hobie Baby Snuggles, and so yeah, I'll be using this green color. Then for this yarn I'm using a 4mm hook. On the tag it says 6mm, but I used 5mm hook with this yarn before and I thought that was a bit too big for what I want, so today I'll be using a 4mm on this yarn. You would need a stitch marker, some black thread for the mouth, some safety eyes. I have 10mm safety eyes, and scissors. So first we will start off with a slip knot. And then we will chain 10. Now we have 10 chains. We will single crochet from the second chain from the hook all the way down. So we would have 9 single crochets. What I will suggest you do now is grab your stitch marker and place it into the first stitch that we made, the first single crochet. Also, please excuse my nails as I haven't had them done, and I've been taking some exams and tests, so I've just been nervous, and then I tend to just snap my nails off. So please excuse me. And that was 9. Now we have 9 single crochets on one side. We will do 9 on the other side as well. So we've reached our stitch marker. So we will take our stitch marker out now, and we will put 1 single crochet into that stitch and put our stitch marker back on the first stitch of the row. You could do it on the last stitch of the row. It's whatever you prefer. Now in the second stitch we will do like a double crochet, like a 4 double crochet together, something like that. So I'll explain it. We'll yarn over as we would do a normal double crochet. We'll locate our stitch, put our hook through. We'll yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, we pull through 2 loops. Now we yarn over again, go into that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We'll do that 2 more times. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. One more time, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we should have 5 loops on our hook. We will yarn over and pull through all 5 of them. And then we will single crochet as normal. So we single crochet 5, and we do the exact same thing in our next stitch. So we yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Here. We have 5 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through. Single crochet, and we single crochet all the way down to the back side. So we've reached our first stitch again. So now we will just single crochet, all the way around for 3 rows. Make sure that you keep the same amount of stitches as we started with. So those will be a total of 18 stitches. So I will meet you at the end of the 3rd row. Then we will continue with the legs. So I finished my 3rd row, and this is the wrong side. So I will flip my work, because see, here's the tail of my chain, and we don't want that on the outside. So I'll flip my work gently, pop out all the bubbles, and then I'll be placing my safety eyes in here now, because it's an easier way to reach my eyes, or reach my, where they need to be. So I grab 2 safety eyes. And the backing of them. So to place the safety eyes, we will locate the 4 double crochets together that we made. And then try to put it in the middle, in the center of those, in the center of the bubble. Can be hard, can be tricky, because mine is not coming through. And it's okay if they're not exactly in the middle. It's quite forgiving pattern. I place my backing, but just a little bit, so that it's on it. And then I will do the other one. It looks about right to me. push this one in just a little bit. One's a little bit too far. Straighten it out and just checking if I like it this way. I think I do. So what I do now is I push the back in till it will let me. This one is already in completely. And that's it. There are our eyes. So now we will continue with the arms. So we will crochet, single crochet 1 into that first stitch that we made for the first stitch of the row. If you want a longer like neck for your frog, you can also go on a couple more rounds so that the space between the head and the arms are a bit longer. And like I said, it's a very forgiving and customizable pattern, so you can go how long you want. The legs can be long as you want. This is just a base for you to get started and be creative. So now we've done our 1 single crochet. We will chain 14. And we will slip stitch into the second chain from my hook. It's a bit hard to see because of the yarn, but hopefully you can see your work. I will slip stitch 3 times into 3 different stitches. Now we made 1 finger. So we'll chain 4 again and go on to finger number 2. And we'll slip stitch in the second chain from the hook. I'll do that 3 times. Sometimes slip stitching can be tricky like me right now, but don't give up. You'll get there eventually. And 1 more time, chain 4, slip stitch into the second chain from the hook, and slip stitch total of 3 times. That's my last one. Now to join all these hands together, we will find the middle of our first finger. So that's right here by my nail. And I'll just put my hook through, yarn over, and slip stitch. I'll find the correct side of my chain. And we will slip stitch all the way back up. So if you've done it correctly, you should have 10 slip stitches. So now we made our arm. So what I like to do now is go through that first single crochet that we made. Because if we would just continue single crocheting all the way down, there's like a gap here. And I'm personally not a fan of having gaps in my plushies. So this is what I do for most of my plushies that I see, like when I join something that they have a gap. So what I do is I will place my hook through the single crochet we just made. I'll pull up a loop and I'll put my hook through the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So it's kind of like we made a single crochet together, but see how there's there is a small gap, but my nail can't easily be seen through it. So that is good. And that just counts as one single crochet, so we won't lose our stitch count. So we will crochet all the way to the next center stitch. So that is 9 single crochets, including the one we just made. So I'm on 2 now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm just checking if they will be center once I put some stuffing inside. I think that is good. So we'll do exactly the same that we did on the other side. We'll chain 14. And slip stitch in the second chain from the hook. A total of 3 slip stitches. Chain 4 and repeat. Slip stitch second chain from the hook. Make sure you're on the right side of your chain. That's 3. Let's do one more. Is 1, 2, 3. And we will join in the middle of the first finger that we made, right there. We slip stitch. And we will locate the right side of our chain again, which is this side for me. And we'll single crochet, navel slip stitch 10. So just slip stitch all the way back up, and if you've done it correctly, or if you've done it perfectly, it should be 10 slip stitches. Doesn't matter if it's longer or shorter, it just means that your arms will be longer or shorter. And I like them to be identical, but if you're like going for a non-identical arm, or you know, just own the vibe that you're going for and it will be fine. I think I saw one more. See, I didn't count. I think I saw one more. So again, I go in through the space where we made our single crochet. I yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, and pull through 3 loops. And that is 1 single crochet. And then we'll single crochet all the way down to our stitch marker. So now that we've reached our stitch marker, we will single crochet all around for the next 5 rows. And as a pure beginner, it can be quite difficult because there's no stitch here, or difficult to see a stitch here, but I will show you. So we'll single crochet 1 in the first stitch of the row and put our stitch marker back in. And what I like to do is just put my hook through where our arm connects, so to say. I just yarn over and pull through. And then I'll just continue and go to the next stitch. So see how we now have a row, everything is connected, and we have no issues. So again, just place my hook through, yarn over, go through like a single crochet, and go to the next stitch. So we would still have 18 single crochets if everything's done correctly. If there's one more or less, doesn't matter. So now we've done one row, and it's also normal that our stitch marker will move slightly up our work. So I will meet you here at the end of round 5. So 4 more rounds, and I'll meet you back here. So I reached my 5th row now, I believe. I lost count, but that's fine. You can make it again as long as you want until you want to have your legs, because the next row we will attach the legs. But before we will do that, I will be sewing my mouth. So I will yarn my black thread with my needle, and the black thread that I'm using is just a Hobie cotton super fine yarn. So the thread that I'm using is just this 8x4 Friends cotton black thread, super fine. You can use anything, sewing thread, embroidery thread, yarn, black yarn, whatever you want. So as the theme of this video is, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want for the mouth as well. You can make it like just a straight across, can make it a sad smile, can even add some eyebrows so it's like angry, or some blush so that it's happy, and a regular smile like this pink one just has a regular smile. So for this one, what I've done is I went in from this corner where I want the mouth to be to the middle. Then I yarned it, and then I went to that side, and I did 2 layers. So what you can do, you can also double layer your yarn, so you only have to go through once, but I didn't feel like doing that. So since that is my happy face, I actually want this one to be like a meh face. So actually, all you need to do is put a line, so, and I don't know where I want it. This one is 1 row under the eyes, so it's here. Or should I just do a smile also? No idea. We can check what this looks like. So it would be like that. Yeah. So I just went through. I left a long enough tail so that I can yarn it over that side. Go through it again. Go through the same stitch. You pull it up, make sure the arm is not tangled in it. Pull it through, not too tight. And then I just make a double knot at the end. I'll do it off camera because I cannot do that from far away. It needs to be up close and personal. So I made a double knot on the side, and now you grab your scissors and you just cut it off about that much. It's like 2 centimeters. It's not necessary, but it's practical. If you have like an entire crochet hook set, I just grab like a smaller hook. This is a 3mm hook. What I do, I'll just go through the back and I'll locate that stitch where I went through with my yarn, and I just wrap it around and pull it through. And it slipped off my hook, but I can catch it from the inside. And now our thread's on the inside. So when we stuff it with polyfill or the, I don't know, it's polyfill or the stuffing, it won't come out. So what we'll continue now is we will crochet all the way up to the corners again and do the exact same thing we did for the arms, we'll do for the legs. So I'll remove my stitch marker, place my hook back. I will single crochet 3. 3. Since I dropped my thing. Since we've single crochet 3, I need to count back 3 to locate my first stitch. At this point, it doesn't really matter because you'll be working on the sides anyway. And then we chain. I need to count my chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll chain 14. So as this is the exact same as for the arms, I will meet you back when the arm is finished to continue our row. So I finished my leg. I'll just do the exact same. We'll put our hook through that single crochet that we made, pull up a loop through the next one and pull through all 3. Then we single crochet till we reached the corner again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did 9 single crochet. Oh, sorry. I will just repeat again by making the leg. And I will meet you back at the stitch marker. So now that I've reached my stitch marker, we will remove the stitch marker and I will single crochet till I'm past this leg. because I'll use this stitch to immediately join not the stitch we made, but the stitch right opposite it. So the stitch that has the leg on it is free. And because it is a no sew pattern, we don't need to sew anything. Of course, you can now use a needle and sew it closed, but I don't want to because I don't like sewing. So I will uncross the arms. I will put some stuffing in it. You don't need much. I don't know if this will be enough. You could put this stuffing. Oh yeah, this is enough. If you have some old like these cuttings from different yarns, like I need to sew all these yarn threads in. So with all those cuttings, you could stuff your frog as well. Should I add a little bit? Maybe I'll add these ones. Just a little bit, so then it's nice and thick. Now what I'll do is I will crochet the frog closed, but I will crochet in the back loop only. So I have a video on it, which I will link below, on how to back loop only. But what it is essentially, you have all these V's at the top. So we'll put our hook through the one loop that is the furthest away from us. And then we will locate our next stitch, which is right here. And we will put our hook through the loop that is the closest away from us. So if we would turn it around, it would technically be the furthest away from us. But from this point of view, it is the closest from us. And then we will just single crochet as normal. So instead of going through both loops, we just go through one of them. You can go through both loops, of course. It's completely up to you. But this is what I want. If you stuffed it a bit too much, just push it down a bit. And then my last one. Now I will put one more through the leg so that it doesn't look, nay, I won't do that. So now what we'll do is we grab our scissors, we cut off our yarn. Technically, we need to weave in our ends. So I pulled my yarn out, thread my yarn through my needle. Again, I know the needle is too big, too small for the yarn, but I don't want to get another one. And then what I do is I just push it through, grab it on the other side, and that is it. Then I pull out in a little bit, cut it off, get the fluff out of its way, and he's ready. So this is our final leggy frog. So now you can tie your arms and like put it on your desk or so, put it in a bookshelf, make more so they can hang out. You can tie their arms together so that they're holding each other. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. So side by side. So for this one, I use a 4mm hook. For this one, I did use a 5mm hook. Therefore, this one is a bit bigger than this one, but they're still just as adorable, if I say so myself. So thank you for staying to the end. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe because it really helps out my channel. If you have any other video suggestions, please leave them in the comment below and I will definitely make that. If you have any other questions, feel free to put everything below and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!